Days of Our Lives spoil March 6th promises some explosive moments, starting with Johnny's past mistakes and Alex's current blunders. These misunderstandings will have far-reaching consequences, especially when it comes to Stephanie, Joy's pregnancy, and the secrets that no one wants exposed. On top of that, the mystery of Rafe's return and his memory loss keeps deepening, leading to even more revelations and complicated emotions. The day begins with Alex, who, despite learning from his past mistakes with Johnny and Chanel, is once again jumping to conclusions. This time, his target is Stephanie, and it all revolves around Joy's unexpected pregnancy. The drama starts to unfold when Stephanie overhears Sarah talking to another hospital employee about a pregnancy test. The test, it turns out, could reveal that Joy is pregnant, a situation that no one expected, least of all Alex. Stephanie's eavesdropping doesn't go unnoticed. Sarah, hearing that her private conversation has been overheard, is upset and immediately warns Stephanie to keep quiet. However, it's clear that Stephanie's concerns about Joy's pregnancy are much bigger than just keeping a secret. She will turn to Kayla for support, striking a deal with her mother so they can have a private conversation and figure out how best to handle the situation. As the tension rises, Kayla listens to her daughter's worries about the pregnancy and the impact it could have on their lives. Stephanie's concerns grow not only about Joy's potential baby but also about how it might affect the family dynamic. Just as the mother-daughter conversation reaches its peak, Alex steps into the picture again. It seems that Alex is once more poised to make the same mistake he made with Chanel and Johnny, jumping to conclusions without getting all the facts. The misinterpretation this time could be catastrophic. Since Alex already knows about Stephanie's previous fling with Philip, he might mistakenly think that Stephanie is pregnant, just as Sarah had warned. This confusion will likely lead to an explosive confrontation. As Alex confronts Stephanie, the truth about Joy's pregnancy might come out in a way that Alex never expected, leaving him to question everything he thought he knew. The question is, will Alex interrogate Joy about the pregnancy next? Or will Stephanie be forced to reveal the truth herself? Rafe's return. A case of mistaken identity. Meanwhile, the mystery surrounding Rafe's return to Salem continues to unfold. The twist? Rafe isn't really Rafe, and it seems no one can figure out who took him or where he's been all this time. Jada, who had been involved with the real Rafe before his disappearance, is blaming herself for not realizing that the man standing before her isn't the Rafe she knows. Gabby, trying to comfort her, points out that even she was fooled. However, the situation is even more complicated because Arnold, who had been posing as Rafe, didn't kiss Gabby the way the real Rafe did. Jada should have known something was off, but now the real Rafe has returned, and there's no way to ignore the tension that's building. The reunion, however, is bittersweet. While Rafe is physically back, he has no memory of his time in captivity. Worse still, he blames EJ for kidnapping and holding him captive. This sets the stage for further drama, especially with Belle, who is in a complicated position. Belle, who has been caught up in her own troubled relationship with EJ, is frustrated by Rafe's memory loss. She worries that, in order to protect herself and her relationship, she may need to keep sleeping with EJ. However, her relationship with EJ is fraught with tension, and the truth about his involvement in Rafe's abduction may be the only thing that can break the cycle. As the investigation into Rafe's kidnapping continues, Jada works on a plan to trigger Rafe's memories. Will her efforts work? It's possible that another kiss, one that feels deeply familiar, could be the key to unlocking Rafe's past. This sets the stage for more heartfelt moments as Jada works to help Rafe remember who he truly is. EJ, Rita, and the DiMera secrets. While the mystery of Rafe's abduction unfolds, the sinister undercurrent of EJ DiMera's dealings continues to complicate matters. It turns out that EJ didn't act alone in keeping Rafe locked up. He had the help of Rita, his father's trusted henchwoman, who has long been a part of the darker side of the DiMera family business. Rita, ever the loyal accomplice, has proven to be invaluable in EJ's schemes as she's always ready with her taser and a secret or two. Rita's involvement in Rafe's abduction might seem like just another chapter in the DiMera family's shady dealings, but it is important to remember that Rita knows all of the family's secrets. And the more she's involved in EJ's plans, the more dangerous it becomes for those around them. Belle, who has already been battling her feelings for EJ, grows increasingly jealous of Rita's closeness to him. As Rita continues to get deeper into the DiMera family's dirty business, Belle's jealousy could lead to even more tension, especially if she starts suspecting that Rita knows things about EJ that Belle doesn't. Belle is now facing a difficult dilemma. She must try to prove that EJ is behind Rafe's kidnapping, but how can she do that while still being emotionally entangled with him? The stakes are high and the clock is ticking as the DiMera family's secrets threaten to unravel. Thursday, March 6th, promises to be a day filled with twists, misunderstandings, and emotional confrontations. From Alex's misguided assumptions about Stephanie's pregnancy to the dramatic return of Rafe and the web of lies and secrets involving EJ and Rita, Days of Our Lives is once again delivering high-stakes drama. The repercussions of these events will likely ripple throughout the coming weeks, with each character forced to confront their fears, their loves, and the truths they've been hiding. Keep watching to see how these storylines unfold and what surprises Days of Our Lives has in store for its viewers. On Monday episode, March 3rd, a mystery has unraveled in Salem with twists and turns that left more questions than answers. A shocking DNA test recently confirmed what many had feared. Arnold Feniger, the man believed to be a long-lost family member, is nothing more than an imposter. But what the test didn't reveal was the full scope of the deception. Behind the scenes, powerful forces were at play, orchestrating a sinister switch that would leave lives hanging in the balance. Unbeknownst to Gabby, the mastermind pulling the strings was none other than EJ, who had worked in the shadows to manipulate the situation to his advantage. In a move that shocked even those closest to him, he ensured that the real victim of this deception was taken out of the picture while placing a carefully selected pawn in his place. The real man, her true family, was hidden away for months, left to suffer in silence while his life was stolen from him. Now, with the truth on the verge of exposure, Salem is once again a city on edge. But there is one person who refuses to stand idly by while the powerful get away with their crimes. Gabby, driven by a mix of fury and desperation, decides that the time for patience is over. The only thing left is action. And with justice seemingly out of reach, she takes matters into her own hands in the most shocking way imaginable. The confrontation comes to a head when she storms into the mansion, armed with more than just her fury. She has a gun. Her target? The man who she believes has orchestrated this nightmare and robbed her family of months they can never get back. As she crashes into the lavish dining area, where guests have gathered for a quiet lunch, the room quickly erupts into chaos. Gasps fill the air as she brandishes the weapon, her hands shaking, but her voice steady with determination. Panic sets in among those present, none more so than Amy, Sophia, and Tate, who were simply expecting an afternoon of polite conversation and luxury, only to find themselves caught in the middle of a dangerous standoff. Their terror is evident as they freeze, unsure whether to flee or attempt to reason with the woman who looks as though she has nothing left to lose. EJ, never one to back down from a confrontation, tries to maintain his composure, but even he can sense the unpredictability of the situation. He knows that one wrong move, one wrong word, could be the difference between survival and disaster. Yet, despite his confidence, he underestimates the depths of Gabby's rage. For her, this isn't about a simple grudge. This is about betrayal, about justice, about the sheer pain of being manipulated and lied to for so long. And she's not leaving without answers. But what Gabby doesn't know is that the situation is even more complicated than she realizes. The man she has been searching for, the real victim of this elaborate charade, is finally back. But he has no memory of what was done to him. The missing months, the suffering, the identity theft. It's all been wiped clean from his mind. Instead of being reunited with his family, he is now sitting in a jail cell, confused and accused of crimes he doesn't even remember.